Hmm? Haya, asanteni sana kwa kukuja. Hii ni azimio la umoja One Kenya communique regarding panel to vet and make recommendations regarding the party's deputy presidential nominee. At its inaugural meeting held on 21st April 2022 at the Kenyatta International Convention Center, the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Council, at the request of the party's presidential candidate, His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, resolved to appoint a 7-member team to assist and advise the candidate regarding the nomination of the party's deputy presidential candidate. Under our constitutional democracy, the deputy president is expected to be the principal assistant of the president and is also expected to faithfully deputize for the president in the execution of the president's functions. Further, when the president is absent or is temporarily incapacitated and during any other period that the president decides, the deputy president shall act as the president. The vetting of candidates and subsequent nomination of a candidate for this critical post is thus a matter of utmost national importance to be undertaken in the spirit of inclusivity, fostering both party and national unity, transparency, the principles of good governance, and drawing from the collective wisdom of eminent Kenyans of goodwill and experience in diverse leadership positions. In view of the foregoing, and in consultation with the Coalition Council, His Excellency, our candidate Raila Amolo Odinga, has appointed the following panel members to assist and advise him regarding the nomination of the party's deputy presidential candidate. Number 1, Bishop Peter Njenga. Number 2, Archbishop Zacharias Okoth. 3, Senator Enoch Wambua. 4, Michael Orwa. 5, Dr. Noah Wekesa. 6, Sheikh Mohammed Khalifa. And 7, Mrs. Beatrice Askul Moe. The panel shall reach its decision through consensus and shall elect its chairperson. The panel secretary shall be Mrs. Elizabeth Mayo. In undertaking this solemn task, the panel shall be guided by the following core principles. A. Fidelity to the Constitution of Kenya, with particular emphasis on the qualification for nomination as a deputy presidential candidate. B. Eligible candidate must demonstrate in word and deed that nomination to the high office of Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya is a public trust to be exercised in a manner that 1. Demonstrates respect for the people, brings honor to the nation and dignity to the office, promotes public confidence in the integrity of the office, and demonstrates the value that nomination to the office is a responsibility to serve the people rather than the power to rule them. C. In addition, the eligible candidate must demonstrate in word and deed fidelity to the following guiding principles of leadership and integrity. 1. Personal integrity in public and private life. 2. In previous public service or private affairs, objectivity and impartiality in decision making, and in ensuring that decisions are not influenced by nepotism, favoritism, other improper motives or corrupt practices. 3. Selfless service based solely on the public interest, demonstrated by honesty in the execution of public duties, the declaration of any personal interest that may conflict with public duties, accountability to the public for decisions and actions, and discipline and commitment in service to the people. The panel is required to submit to the candidates names of the suitable candidates for his consideration on or before 10th May 2022. Signed at Nairobi this 27th day of April by Junet Mohammed, Secretary General of the AZIMIO La Umoja One Kenya Coalition Council. End of statement. I think it's very clear, isn't it? Yes.
Names and if it was so, how many were fronted by the ODM leader, the president?
My statement is very clear. It's written in English. I've told you that the panel was appointed by the presidential candidate. It's written here. In view of the foregoing, in consultation with the Coalition Council, His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga has appointed the following panel members. You see, I don't want to speak for the committee. Now they have been formed. They will have their sitting, and then they will come with the way they want to do it. It's their mandate now. They will develop their terms of reference, but as we have told them what we expect them to look at in terms of identifying the candidates. Fidelity to the Constitution, eligible must demonstrate in word and deed that nomination into the high office of all these I've read. This is what we expect them to look at when they are vetting. But how they will do it, we will leave it to the committee to decide, and the committee to come up with the modality they want to use and the methodology they want to use in identifying the right person to be the running mate of His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. Yes. No, they are openly. Somebody can campaign. This is an open position, but the council and the presidential candidate has formed this team to look into that. You know, what I've learned from this process, there are many candidates. Some of them looks like they are sponsored by the media. They look like they are deputy presidents for the media. So let everyone show his interest, and then we shall know who was serious and who was the media candidate from this committee. They will tell us. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, I'm not the wiper leader, you know that. I'm the Secretary General of the AZIMIO One Kenya. I cannot speak for anyone. Yeah, I can only speak for AZIMIO One Kenya coalition. That's this thing is open to everyone. It's open to men, women, people with disability, youth, you know, bishops, sheikhs, cooks, politicians, all kind of Kenyans. It's open for them to. Anyone can be a deputy presidential candidate. So let us not anticipate debate. Let's leave the committee to do their work. Let's see what they come out with. You know, let's not do the work of the committee in this press conference. They are men and women who are capable, who have the capacity to do this work. And the Prime Minister has faith in them. So let them do their work. Whatever report they bring, we will share with the country. And that's what will guide going forward on how the issue will be concluded.
My last one from you, in as much as this is a very open process, but we have what we call key caucuses in the AZIMIO Umoja One Kenya. Is there a part already that, you know, determines who will be the government, regardless of the government?
You see, we cannot do an exercise in futility. If we have any other method of doing it, we will not have appointed this committee. By appointing this committee, it demonstrates to you that this is the method that the candidate has decided to use in identifying his running mate. So if there was any other process, we will not have called you here to take you through this process when we know that there's other process that we want to use. Not at all. This is the international best practice. And we are borrowing from other democracies that have matured. Look at the way the deputy president of the United States of America is selected. It's through this kind of process. A committee is formed that looks at it. We don't want this. The candidate does not want to do, a decision which is solely, looks dictatorial. He wants to give other Kenyans an opinion to contribute. This is one of the best practices in the world. This is how Kamala Harris was nominated. This is how, the president now, Biden, was nominated when he was the running mate for Barack Obama. This is one of the best world practices in identifying a deputy presidential candidate. Thank you very much. And have a good day. We will call you again if we have another information to give you.